YouTube. Today in the Naughty Librarian, I am doing the voice book tag. This tag was created by Stefani over at Stefani's Romance Book Talk, and I'll post a link to the original video and her channel down below. You should check her out, she's amazing. Stefani created this tag because she's a fan of The Voice, which is a TV show, and there's singing on it, and it's basically you have to pick books that relate to the judges on the show. And full disclosure, I am a monster who lives under a rock and I've actually never seen The Voice. I'm not even 100% sure who all the judges are. Like, I know the names, but I don't really know anything about them. I live under a rock, I'm a monster. I know, it's weird. I work in Hollywood. Like, I should care about this, but I don't. I literally don't care about what celebrities are doing. So I don't pay attention. But I think this might actually be fun because it's going to be me trying to not only pick a book for this judge, but also figure out who the judge is, because I might not know. So this might be a disaster, or it might be amazing. We'll find out. Also, I just looked at the list and I realized they're actually coaches, not judges. Shows how much I know. The first coach is Adam Levine. Okay, so Adam Levine is like a total fuckboy. Am I right? I think I'm probably right. Like, every time I see him, I'm like, ugh, look at that fuckboy. Like, like, I just think he's a fuckboy. Like, other than that, I don't know a lot about him. I know he has a lot of tattoos, and he is in Maroon 5, which is a light rock band. I don't think they're very rocking, but they're like in the rock genre. Okay, book for him. I'm gonna go with Rock Addiction by Nalini Singh. It is about a rock star who gets into a relationship with a librarian, and he's kind of a fuckboy before he meets her, and then he stops being a fuckboy. So hey, life lessons will be learned. There's also rock and roll, and yeah, so I think this would be good for Adam Levine. Also, there's fucking in it, so if he's a fuckboy, he'll appreciate that. The second coach is Blake Shelton. I don't know a lot about Blake Shelton. I know he is a country music singer. I don't know if he plays any instruments. I know he's in the country genre, and he also looks like if a golden retriever was a person. So he seems like he's like happy and spirited. So what do I got that's happy and spirited in country? I'm gonna give him The Closer You Come by Gena Showalter, mainly just because it takes place in Oklahoma, and that is like the heartland, and I feel like his fan base would be in Oklahoma, so it fits his like brand. This is a contemporary romance. It is about this girl who has like hearing problems. She wears hearing aids, and then she meets this guy who like just got out of prison for something he didn't do, and then love. And it's also redemption and all this other stuff. It's really fun. It's a little on the darker side, not as holly jolly, but she does make a lot of fun foods, and I feel like Blake Shelton likes to eat, so this works. Okay, so far so good. Third coach is Ceelo Green. Okay, Ceelo Green. He sang that one song, Fuck You was the name of it. I know that song, I liked that song. He wears kind of zany outfits, I think. I've seen him in weird glasses, like sunglasses and stuff, so I think he secretly might be like really nerdy. Like, I feel like he's like, he would play Dungeons and Dragons unironically. I just feel like he's like secret nerd. So what is a good like secret nerd book? I'm gonna recommend Mistborn for Ceelo Green because this is high fantasy, and I feel like he'd be into it. Like, I feel like he's into high fantasy. Like, I feel like he's kind of nerdy. He might not be at all. This is me who doesn't know a thing about him. Just trying to assume what he likes. But I think he might be into Mistborn. It is high fantasy. Basically, there's people who can make magic out of metals, so it's like alchemy a little bit, and it's action adventure, and I think he would dig it. Yeah, Mistborn. The next coach is Christina Aguilera. I really don't know a lot about her. I remember back when I was a kid, she was going through her dirty phase. You guys remember that when she had like assless chaps? I remember that. And she's always been very like sex positive, I'd say. She's not into slut shaming because she went through her dirty phase. So maybe something with, I don't know. Let me think. I got it. Okay. I'm going to recommend Dark Sky for Christina Aguilera. This is about Thronos, who is a Vrekner, which is kind of like a demon angel thing. And then there's Lanth, or Melanth, who is actually my favorite character of the whole series. And she is a sorceress. And Vrekners and sorceresses are like enemies, but like they're mates. How are they going to work it out? I don't know. But the thing about Lanth that I particularly like is that she's kind of a light skirt. Like, she's been around the block a few times, and Thronos is actually the virgin in this. Male virgin, girl who's been with everybody, so they kind of flipped the script on it, and I really like that. And I feel like she'd be like, yeah, Lanth, you get some. Like, I think she'd appreciate that. So I recommend Dark Sky. The next coast is Shakira. I don't know a lot about Shakira. I know she's Colombian, and her hips don't lie, and she has like curly hair. Yeah, that's about that's the extent of my knowledge. Actually, she's short. She's really tiny. I'm gonna go with Zodiac by Romina Russell. In this one, the main character, Ro, she has to go around to these other planets and warn them that the thing that destroyed her planet wasn't an accident, it was an act of aggression from this other bad guy. So she doesn't lie, and I assume her hips don't either. So she's gonna go around telling the truth. Also, she's described as having like super curly blonde hair, so I feel like she could look like Shakira a bit. So yeah, Zodiac. I'm just going on looks alone. All right, next judge, Usher. Usher. He's stylish. I think he's a snappy dresser, and he sings songs. He has that one song, Yeah, and he says yeah a lot in it, so that doesn't really help me at all. Also, doesn't he have herpes? Like, I heard that he had herpes earlier this year because that was all around the news. So, okay, fashion and herpes and, like, sexy songs. Let me see. I'm gonna say 50 Shades of Grey. Just gonna do it. Because I feel like he could be a Christian Grey sort. Because he's a good dresser, he's got a bunch of money, he's sexually active, obviously, because he's got the herp. And also, like, I think, like, he's fucked enough that he'd be good at it. So, yeah, he could be, like, a Christian Grey sort. So I'm gonna go 50 Shades of Grey. I'm doing amazing. I don't know if I'm doing amazing or not, if these are accurate descriptions of these people, but, like, I feel like I'm doing okay. Next up is Gwen Stefani. Okay, so Gwen Stefani has been a part of my life for a long time. You'd think I know stuff about her, and I don't. Like, the first, like, album I ever wanted to buy was Tragic Kingdom. Like, I was, like, in 2nd grade or something when I bought it. But, like, I had a cassette, and I begged my mom for it, and she let me get it. So, like, no doubt's been in my life since I was a child. But Gwen has gone through many phases of what she's into. She did that whole, like, Indian, like, bindis. That was, like, her thing for a while. And then she was, like, into Harajuku for a while. Ooh! Okay, Harajuku. I'm going down that rabbit hole. I'm gonna recommend Warcross for Gwen Stefani. This takes place in Japan. It has virtual reality. And Mika, who is the main character, she has, like, rainbow colored hair. And so, yeah, I feel like this is, like, Gwen's aesthetic as, like, a book. Next up, I have Pharrell Williams. I don't know anything about Pharrell. I know he's a music producer, and he produces things that are musically inclined. That doesn't help at all. He is fashionable, quote unquote. Like, he wore that giant hat. I remember he had the big Mountie hat and everyone made fun of it. But, like, he takes fashion risks. So, what's, like, a fashionable book? Boom, got it. Okay, I'm going to recommend Workin' It by RuPaul. This is RuPaul's Guide to Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Style. And I mean, if I had to pick someone else who's very daring and stylish, I'm gonna say RuPaul. Like, that's perfect. Like, I want to send this to Pharrell because I think I want to see him reading it because it would blow my mind. Like, that'd be amazing. Like, they should hang out. Next judge, Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus. I don't know a lot about her either. She kind of went off the deep end for a little while. I do like that song Wrecking Ball. That's a good song. It's like a legit jam. Wrecking Ball is good. But yeah, she kind of went a little zany wacky for a while. I feel like she had like her dark descent, which is why I'm picking this book for her. Speaking of dark descents, I picked The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein because it's kind of dark and twisted, and I feel like she'd be into it. Like, I feel like dark and twisted is something that fits her personality. Not that she's necessarily a dark person, but I feel like the twisted aspect of this would like appeal. Next judge, Alicia Keys. Okay, Alicia Keys, she plays piano. I think she did a song with Stevie Wonder once. And she no longer wears makeup. I know those things about her. And so I feel like she's kind of political and she's feminist and would be into something very feminist in nature. I'm gonna recommend Girls Made of Snow and Glass by Melissa Bashardist. It's kind of a feminist reimagining of Snow White, and it's so good. It's very well written. It's very slow though, so if you're thinking you want to read something really action-paced, like this isn't the book for you. If you want to get like in-depth into feminism and fairy tales, like this is perfect. And I think she'd be into it. I think she would dig like the whole feminist reimagining aspect of this. Who else? I didn't realize there were so many coaches. Like, they're not all out at the same time. Are these like all of the coaches ever? I don't understand. How does this show work? Next judge, Kelly Clarkson. The first winner of American Idol, Kelly Clarkson. She kind of sings songs about strong, independent women who don't need no man. So I want to pick a book with like a strong, independent woman who doesn't need no man. I'm gonna give her A Princess in Theory by Alyssa Cole. This is about Nalini, who is a young woman who is working in STEM, and she does not need a relationship to complete her. She's very much career driven, and yeah, I think she would like, they would mesh. She'd write a song about Nalini. She would so write a song about Nalini. Like, oh my gosh, I should write her and send her this book and say, here's your new jam. I think her and Nalini would like mesh. They work well together. Another coach, Jennifer Hudson. I know nothing about Jennifer Hudson. She was on American Idol. She was in Dreamgirls. She was really good in Dreamgirls. So she does like plays. I feel like she's good in musical theater. She's from Chicago. That is all I know about her. I went with Some Girls Bite by Chloe Neal. For no other reason that it takes place in Chicago. And that's where Jennifer Hudson's from. So that was a tough one because I don't really know anything about her to like make a good observation. Besides, these both happen in Chicago, so there's that. The last coach on this show, John Legend. Okay, John Legend. I know he's married to Christy Teigen, and I saw this video once of Christy. She was really drunk, and he was helping her take off her jewelry. And she's like, do you hate me? And he's like, no, you're perfect. I love you. And he's like, so he seems like a really nice dude, and he's like a good singer. So like, I want to find a book that has like a really nice guy in it who would help you take off your jewelry when you're drunk. Oh my goodness, Carter! He is totally a good Carter in Dating You, Hating You by Christina Lauren. I love Carter so much. He is such a nice guy. He's like a guy who like, what, actually likes and respects women? Gasp! He's a wonderful, wonderful book boyfriend material. I feel like John Legend is also a super nice guy, so they're going together. Okay, I made it through that tag. I still don't know who any of these people really are. This is like my meager graspings of these people. Let me know in the comments down below if I'm like super wrong about these. I might be. I don't really know these people, but it's kind of interesting trying to figure out what book goes with people who you don't know. Kind of a cool thought idea. Down below also I will link Stefani's channel and video and stuff. Check out her stuff because she actually knows who these people are, so her video is probably much better than mine. So check out her stuff, subscribe, she's awesome. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like. And if you want to see more videos, make sure you subscribe. And I will see you guys soon. Bye!